In the early morning on June 1st, 2020, Ko Yong-jang, a 21-year-old that was driving under the influence of alcohol, had rammed into a 44-year-old food panda rider known as Mohammad Zaini Mohammed, killing him on the spot. Little did they know, both of their lives had changed forever.
In the early hours of June 1st, 2020, a 21-year-old driver was drunk driving and caused him to be unable to control his car and knocking down a foodpanda driver. This reason led to the death of the rider. The government should stress existing laws related to drunk driving, such as increasing fines and imprisonment time. Second, self-regulation. Nothing should be restricted only by law. Self-regulation should be improved to achieve the principle of driving without drinking alcohol. And alcohol sales laws should be strictly enforced through strict legal sanctions and restrictions to achieve the purpose of reducing drunk driving.
Moving on, we would be discussing on the reasons the issue got featured. These are based on the 7 news values, which are the first, timelines, second, proximity, third, prominence, fourth, human interest, fifth, human issue, sixth, impact, and 7 is trend. All of these news values were the important role players to make and to differentiate why the news was newsworthy enough to be featured in the article. Next is proximity. Proximity is usually known as some happenings within local area. When the news has proximity, it is closer to the local context, hence the audience are more likely to pay attention to the stories that take place in the local communities. So, based on our article, the proximity is Kuala Lumpur, and the exact location was Sultan Iskandar Highway, which was Lebuh Raya Mahameru. The following news value is prominence. Prominence means the news article covering on well-known people. As for this news issue, there wasn't exactly a well-known person, but we can identify the prominent person in this article was the foodpanda rider, which was Mohammad Zaini Mohammed. This is because he was also a frontliner and he was also the breadwinner in the family with 5 kids. Hence, because of this, he was the highlight as the prominent person in the news issue. Moving on to the next news value is human interest. The irony of this news value is people attract people. So when there is coverage on humans, it would definitely be in the interest of the eye of the readers. So hence, in this article, the human interest is the tragic death accident due to drunk driving. Apart from that element is human issue. This is situation that is caused by humans. So referring to our article, the human issue that we can find is drunk driving. The next news value is impact. So this actually refers to how it affects the readers. So based on our article, it leaves an effect of alert and awareness. For example, the readers are feeling very shocked when they read the article and also anger on the culprit. The last news value is trend. Trend is what covers on recent highlights that is happening often. So on our issue, which was drunk driving, it has a lot of reporting since early of this year, and hence it is a trending issue in the media.
Move on the next part, possible issue of the article. The issue concerning the death of the foodpanda rider Mohammad Zaini Mohammed is due to the behavior of the drunk driver Ko Yong-jang. He was being selfish as he was driving under the influence of alcohol and has led to the death of Muhammad Zaili. Drivers with high blood concentration are an offence under Section 45 and 45A of the Road Transport Act 1987. Drivers charged under this act will be fined RM1,000 and 3 months imprisonment for the first offence, while for the subsequent offence will be fined between RM2,000 to RM6,000 and imprisonment for up to 12 months. This act seems to be unsuccessful due to the attitude of some drivers who are still underestimating the issue. Next issue is the lack of education campaign. A campaign can be done in any platform or medium that is relevant over time. A campaign in the form of visual and audio is deemed to be more effective as it will capture people's attention rather than something that is too wordy as it seems to be dull. But the problem is the lack of public response received as they think it is will waste of their time. This has led to the lack of awareness in drunk drivers. Therefore, the correcting the wrong behavior of the society and also educating them is not an easy task. It requires a continuous process, but as the saying goes, prevention is always better than cure.
Now, moving on to the third possible issue of the article, which is the lenient, or in other words, flexible sales of alcoholic beverages. These alcoholic beverages are still readily accessible and purchasable in many places throughout the country, despite having imposed high tax rates and the existing law that is restricting certain groups from consuming alcohol. In fact, there are even certain convenience stores that are open 24 hours, which makes it even easier for the community to purchase alcoholic beverages at any time. Additionally, duty-free islands in Malaysia that are selling alcohol at a cheaper price makes it lenient for the community to purchase even more alcohol. As drunk driving cases are on the rise in Malaysia now, certain groups of the community have condemned the existing laws on drunk driving, stating that it is too lenient, hence urging the government to impose stricter restrictions on the sales of alcoholic beverages to reduce the risks of drunk driving accidents. Next, the fourth point is premises that irresponsibly serve alcoholic drinks, which includes nightclubs, bars, pubs, restaurants, and hotels. These premises that allow their customers to get extremely intoxicated is also one of the possible issues that had led to the accident stated in the article. These places should hold the responsibility in serving alcohol responsibly and at the same time promote safer drinking culture to their customers. They should in fact stop serving their customers if they are drunk. A proper set of guidelines should be initiated by the local authorities for places that serve alcohols, which includes making sure that the customer takes the public transport or a taxi and to never let them drive themselves home. The culture of having a designated driver or calling a taxi when one is intoxicated should be part of Malaysians' culture.
The authority display lack of action handling drunk driving cases. The problem would be that the authority, such as the police and road transport department, Malaysian worker, have not done enough roadblock operation, especially in hotspot area, which have often led to offender violating the rules when on the road. Road accidents are caused not only by driving under influence of alcohol, but also other causes. For example, road conditions that are unrepaired and unsafe to use. Vehicles passing through areas which hold on the road might cause accident. A driver who half conscious due to influence is unable to focus on his environmental condition while driving. It can cause accident. Lastly, the possible issue of the article is due to the poor enforcement of the law. Low penalty and short jail terms are often overlooked by road users who regularly commit illegal road offences, as these charges do not frighten them. Legal provision and penalty do not cope with road accidents but increase their rates instead.
So let's move on to the final part, which is suggestion for a possible solution to the problem. In this situation, there are few suggestions that can be done in order to solve this case. Firstly, government should enhance and revise the punishment. Giving a maximum jail term of 12 months and also 10,000 fine, it seems not relevant as this action has led to the death of innocent people and might suffering others. So, by strict the punishment will make people scared and obey the rule.
The next suggestion is this awareness education should start as early as in primary schools, secondary schools, higher education, as well as around common drinking areas like nightclub or bars. For instance, drunk take a cab home practice should be made a new norms for the road safety. This can be an easy practice if it is widely spread on social media, where eventually it would help in making it a good trend. Apart from that, having advertisement such as safe drinking, know your limit, stop driving, back drunk, stop driving, back drunk. Tagline can be used every now and then to spread awareness on media platform, social media, or even having big poster of such near identified drinking areas so people would look at it and be reminded from time to time. The next solution is addressing the drinking problem and seeking help from consultants, as it will be for the good of oneself and the people around them. Preventing alcoholism is important, that people recognize the signs of alcoholism and at an early stage. A doctor who suspects that a patient is facing alcoholism symptoms or enduring the habit should refer the patient quickly to an appropriate care provider or psychiatrist. Several steps and methods would be used in treating the patient, such as by the aid of a treatment plan. Creating a treatment plan that is customized to each person needs provides the best opportunity for long-term recovery in alcohol addiction. At the start of a treatment program, a professional evaluation usually begins with a mental health assessment, medical history review, and...
Please stop this.
Abide by the rules.
Do not consume alcohol if you are going to drive.
You endanger not only your life but others as well.
You can make a difference.